of breaking news into Britain right now, where a fight over politics at City Hall is really heating up tonight.
Yeah, so, Kara, a group of Republicans, including the local GOP town committee, suing Mayor Bobby Sanchez and the city and top Democrat leaders over a new common council appointment. Now, they say Democrats broke Connecticut's minority representation law when they voted last week to fill a council vacancy with a Democrat after a Republican-backed alderman died back in February.
And Republicans say the city charter and state law actually require the seat to be filled by a Republican. So they want a judge to void Osborne's appointment, wipe out the council votes taken with him as a member, and order the city to pick a new Republican replacement. City officials are not responding yet in court.